Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of WP the Podcast. I'm David Blackman.
And I'm Tim Strifler.
Today, in episode 811, we're going to discuss whether or not you should be using artificial intelligence or AI for your website. Over the last couple of years, there have been several services that have come out that will produce not only content for your website, but they'll actually write blog posts and stuff for your website as well. Is there a value to it? Should you do it? Should you not do it? That's kind of what Tim and I are going to throw around today. So, Tim, I'm going to let you go first today.
Yeah, so I don't have a lot of experience with this. I am very familiar with the content AI writing tools. There's Jasper, previously Jarvis, which isn't WordPress specific, but it's like for marketing and blog content and business content. And then there's a WordPress version that's built on the same AI framework called Bertha. Haven't used it, but yeah, it's supposedly the same framework, AI framework as Jasper. And so generally the concept is you give it some parameters of what you're writing, what the topic is, how long you want it to be, what the voice is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be casual? Is it supposed to be funny? Is it supposed to be technical? Is it professional? And then you let it go, right? Again, I have not used this, so I can't really speak from experience, but I have heard a lot about it. And then it will write copy. And basically it's been fed, this AI platform has been fed millions upon millions of pieces of content, from blog posts to business journals to all kinds of different things. And so it is very smart, and it can write blog posts for you that fit your parameters. Now, there's also been some things said about search engines not liking AI generated content. And so that's something to be aware of. However, I feel like if you do it right and you use the AI as a tool, you don't actually really have to worry about that, because if it's done right and you're using it as a tool and you're modifying it, like it's Google's not going to know if it's AI or not, right? So I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm too much of a control freak, but I want to write things myself. I want it to be my own like voice. I want it to be my own thoughts. And so I'm kind of the belief that, make everything custom yourself, but I can't really answer because I've never really tried it. So I don't know, David, what are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts initially are pretty similar to yours and in line with yours. I think that there is and will be a place going forward for AI generated content and stuff, but I do think that the search engines are smart enough now to discern whether or not this is, user generated content or artificially intelligent content and stuff. One of my concerns is duplicate content. They say that it can't happen and it won't happen, and they don't, because Google has some pretty stiff penalties around duplicate content and stuff. But I think just your voice matters, and I'm probably too much of a control freak as well, to totally turn content over to an artificial intelligent generator. However, I do think that balance can be good in all things. So if you use some of this, test it out, try it out, let it write some content, and then modify it, edit it. If you want it to be a starting place or a jumping off point and you're kind of stuck, things like these can get the creative juices flowing and kind of point you in some right directions and stuff. So not opposed to it, not against it, not extremely for it. I think it just depends on where you're at, what your needs are and stuff. If you're a one-man show, doing everything yourself, and you can get a little bit of aid with an artificial intelligent, I think I highly recommend that you do some editing with it and put your own tone and voice in there as well. Unless you go with it from day one and that's your voice, then maybe that's the way to go.
Yeah, I like what you said about using it as a jumping off point, because whether you're writing marketing copy or blog posts, sometimes you just get a little bit of writer's block and you're not sure where to start. But David, you mentioned this where you don't like writing things from scratch, but you're a really good editor, right? When your
Yeah,
team writes stuff,
exactly.
you can go in and you can pick it
Yeah.
apart, make changes and stuff. And so if you kind of use the AI as the starting point and then you make yourself the editor, then that could be a good workflow.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, hopefully that doesn't confuse you too bad, but we just kind of wanted to touch on it and stuff. It seems to be all the rage today in 2022. So we wanted to just kind of cover it. So tomorrow we've got another great topic. Easiest payment options for any e-commerce website. So Tim, until tomorrow, we'll see you then.
Take care. Bye-bye.